Hey folks, let's talk money. We're diving into India's budget. So, what exactly is a budget? Think of it like a giant piggy bank for the entire country. The government decides how much money to save, how much to spend, and what to spend it on. It's like when you get your allowance and have to choose between buying candy or saving for that new video game. Except in this case, we're talking about billions of rupees. They need to make sure there's enough for everything from schools to hospitals to rockets. All right, picture this. India's budget is like a giant pizza. The government has to decide how big each slice should be. This comes from taxes, selling government bonds, and other sources. In 2024, India's budget is about 45 lakh crore rupees. The biggest slices of this money pie go to things like paying off debts, defense, agriculture, and infrastructure. But there are also slices for education, healthcare, and lots of other important stuff. Let's talk about schools, folks. Education is super important. In 2024, it's about 1.24 lakh crore rupees. This money goes to all sorts of things. It helps build new schools and fix up old ones. It pays for teachers' salaries and training. It buys books, computers, and other learning materials. And it's not just for little kids. This money also helps fund colleges and skill training programs for adults. All right, let's switch gears and talk about healthcare. In 2024, the government is spending about 89,155 crore rupees on keeping us all in tip-top shape. This money goes to all sorts of health-related things. It helps build and run hospitals. It pays for doctors, nurses, and other medical staff. It buys medicines and medical equipment, and it funds important health programs like vaccinations and disease prevention. The goal is to make sure everyone in India can get the healthcare they need without having to break the bank. Now, let's talk about something that's always a big deal in any country's budget: defense. It's a topic that often sparks a lot of debate and discussion. In 2024, India is spending a whopping 5,94,000 crore rupees on defense. This is one of the largest allocations in the country's budget. This money goes to all sorts of things that help protect the country, ensuring that the armed forces are well-equipped and ready for any situation. It pays for the salaries of soldiers, sailors, and Air Force personnel, who are the backbone of the nation's defense. It buys and maintains military equipment like ships, aircraft, and weapons, which are crucial for national security. It also funds things like border security and cyber defense, which are increasingly important in today's digital age. Now, 5,94,000 crore rupees is about 13% of the total budget, a significant portion indeed. Some people think this is necessary to keep India safe in a sometimes unfriendly world, ensuring that the country can defend itself against any threats. Others think maybe we could spend a bit less on defense and more on other things, like education, healthcare, and infrastructure, which are also vital for the nation's growth and well-being. Okay, last but definitely not least, let's talk about something we all use every day: infrastructure. In 2024, India is spending a massive 10 lakh crore rupees on infrastructure. This money goes to all sorts of projects that help make our daily lives easier. It builds and repairs roads so we can get around faster and more efficiently. It improves railways so trains can run better, reducing travel time and increasing safety. It sets up power plants so we have electricity in our homes, ensuring a stable power supply. It even helps build things like airports and seaports, which are crucial for trade and travel. Now, 10 lakh crore rupees is about 22% of the total budget, a significant portion. Many people think this is a good thing, as it can lead to economic growth and job creation. They say good infrastructure is like the backbone of a country. It helps everything else work better, from businesses to daily commutes. All right, folks, we've taken a whirlwind tour of India's budget. We've seen how the government divides up its giant money pie to feed different parts of the country. But you might be wondering, Hassan, what does all this actually mean for me? Great question. Let's break it down. First off, the budget affects pretty much every aspect of our daily lives. That road you take to work? Budget. The school your kids go to? Budget. The hospital you visit when you're sick? You guessed it. Budget. It's like the government is a giant invisible hand, touching everything around us. At the end of the day, the budget is all about balance. Because when we understand the budget, we can have better conversations about what we want for our country. It empowers us to make informed decisions and hold our leaders accountable. So, next time you hear about the budget, remember, it's not just numbers on a page. It's a blueprint for our future, shaping the world we live in.